Hi guys, it's Monique from earlylearningmom.com. On one of my Facebook early learning groups, I had a request to take some pictures of our learning binders and our homemade books, but I thought it might be just easier to take a video. So the printer that I do use is the sorry for the glare, the MFCJ 450DW. I find I can get ink cartridges from the local ink refill shop for fairly cheap. I can get all 4 cartridges, the extra large cartridges for 40 some dollars, and they print over 600 pages. I'm just currently converting to those right now. I had some from Amazon. I was having a lot of trouble with them. My printer knew that they were fakes, so I had to switch to these other ones which have a warranty, so that's working really well for me. I just need to go get a black one and we'll be back in business. So this is the printer that I'm using. I'm really happy with it. It's also great for scanning. I scan workbooks that we use on the iPad with my oldest, so yeah, we're quite happy with it. So I'm going to show you, this is one of our learning binders. Let's move it down over here. And we start off with a follow the dot. I printed this off of the accelerated learning. They have a DVD or in CDs and stuff that I downloaded this from. And then I created a book using the Hooked on Phonics. This one is really easy for Z. He just enjoys it, so I haven't pulled it out yet. It will be retired. I just need to print out a new one for the next few books. So we have that in here. And I might actually just move this to a duotang, because now that I'm doing books in duotang form, that might be better. But for now, it's still in here. I used Little Reader to make this one. But I'm switching over to using Google and making the pages landscaped, so that way I can control the font size, because if it has, just the font size changes as you have more words. I'd like to keep the font size all the same. I printed these off of Brill Kids. It was a file that you could download onto Little Reader, and Z really likes these ones. What is ketchup made from? Tomatoes. And I just flashed them. Yeah, you can hear little Z in the background. Oh, he's reading. Where do they come from, Z?
Grapes.
Grapes, yes. See, he saw me with his learning binder. So that's one part. And then we also almost always have a poem in our learning binders. And this one, you know what? I will put in the description where I got the poems from. But I have a bunch of these, and they are great. They're actually from my first lessons by Susan Wees from the Well-Trained Mind. Those are the poems that are in there. We also have these. I printed these off of Girl Kids as well. These are really easy. I'm just waiting for little Z to voluntarily read them, and then I will pull them out. There was a bunch in here, and he tends to read about 5 or 6 of them, and then he loses interest in reading them out loud. So we're just waiting. The next few times we should be able to pull these out. And then these are flashcards that I made when Wes was little. I was following the Glenn Doman method by hand printing. Back then ink was super, super expensive. It's still pricey now, but not as bad as it was back then. So I made these flashcards for him because we are Canadian. We're working on the Canadian provinces, but I don't want to waste stuff I already have, so we just created that. So that's one of our learning binders. This is another one. Once again, I have some of these dots. Z really likes those. And then the poem, the caterpillar. Z loves that poem. We haven't pulled it out yet. I also did my own version of the what I had mentioned there, the first language lessons, and I kind of made it in child-friendly form, and we read through this. I've only done it for one. I haven't had the time to sit down and make any of the other lessons, but I really should. And so we have a few poems in here. And these are old flashcards I made for Wes as well. Z knows all of these. I haven't pulled them out yet because I just think it's really cute to have him reading organ parts, but we will be pulling these out and replacing them with new words that he's not familiar with. So there's that. And oops, I missed these. And we also have the notes, which these flashcards are from the music program that you can purchase from Glenn Doman's website. These were the actual flashcards. I put stickers over top just so I wouldn't wreck the flashcard, but these are the corresponding notes to the Little Musician program. So do, re, mi. So we're just working through those. He knows them, but they're fun. And we're also working on time. So I printed out these. I got them on a flashcard page and I cut the circles out and I glued them to cardstock. So we've mixed them up because he was just counting before he knew the order. So he's starting to get it. So we're doing that. And these are new ones I've added in, the countries of the world. And so just some, some things for little Z to learn. So we got the countries of the world. So that is one of our learning binders. And we just flip through these learning binders. I'm not too strict with the learning binders themselves on, oh, did we do them 15 times or do we do them 3 times a day? We just sit down and we just enjoy them. I did print out a long time ago when I think I was pregnant with Z actually. I printed out a lot of the flashcards from Brill Kids. So now we're just using them as review. I just want to make sure he retained the information that when we've completed the Little Reader program for English. So I just want to make sure he's retaining it. So we're going to go through these, and if he knows them, we'll pull them out and retire them and add new stuff. But figured they're printed, we may as well go through it. And once again, because we're Canadian and proud, we have the Canada and its flags. So all the different provinces have a different flag. So we have those. And then I printed these from the Montessori DVD. And we're just working on where each province is located in Canada as well. So we have the provinces. We also have the Great Lakes, 5 Great Lakes, and all of the oceans that are surrounding Canada. And once again, some more Brill Kids. You can see I'm in between flipping. I have some dividers here. I'm going to, once I pull something out, I'll stick something in there. So we have some of the simple sentences that we're just reviewing. And we also have these flashcards. I had printed these when I first started my daycare. I'm not sure 100% where I got them. I want to say it's from this one blog, Marta and Easton, and I think she has a little boy named Nathaniel as well now. I tried to look on her blog to see if I could find them again. I'm like 99% sure I got them there. So if you know where these are from, put them in the comments, and I'd love to credit the author of these. But yeah, so we're just learning about different things. I would have preferred it to say male person. I may change that one myself. But I guess the picture is a mailman, so yeah, that's it for those. And then I also printed out these. They're from the Eurotalk CD-ROMs, and we're just introducing a little bit of French right now. I'm not getting too crazy about this because he probably will be going into an English school. That might be up in the air. We're not 100% sure yet, but just in case, I just wanted to work on some basic words. Another one of those poems that I like to stick in these books. And we also have these skip counting sheets. Z is comfortable skip counting by 2s, by 5s, by 10s, and surprisingly enough by 7s. So we are working on 3s now just to fill in some of the gaps. So those are our learning binders. Last night And you notice that there's funny labels on these binders. I actually found these on Give It Away Weekend here in Winnipeg. We have 2 weekends a year where you can throw your stuff that's still good, but you don't want to sell on the curb and people can go pick them up. And I found a huge box of binders. So that's awesome. These are just some flashcards that another Brill Kid's mom gave me. Her son was done. We're going to be adding these in. I just need to get some more page protectors. We're going to be adding these into our learning binder as we retire stuff. And I also went and found a web page that has different lists of words based on where they, based on themes. So this one, awning, back porch. These were all backyard and outside theme. So I converted them into flashcards using Google Drive and printed them out. I'd like to really prepare because I know little Z can go through words like crazy. So I'd like to follow what Glenn Doman said and always make sure I have at least 200 words ready to go, because you never know what's going to happen. Your printer will run out of ink like it has, or you know, you might run out of funds for a little while to buy the page protectors. So I'm just trying to stock up and prepare. I notice a lot of people do laminate theirs, and the reason I don't do that is it is quite pricey in Canada to purchase laminating sheets. I know on Amazon.com it is very affordable, but here I find it much cheaper. It's about 10 cents per flashcard if I use these page protectors that I purchased from Dollarama. They come in a 10-pack for $1. So we're just going to go with that for now. And lastly are our books that we're using. Some of them I've created, and some of them I have copied from other books or copied and pasted. There was some that I downloaded that were already made. This is an All About Me book. I'm not going to show the inside of this one because it does have sensitive information regarding full names, address, stuff like that. So I'm just going to keep that one shut. But this one, somebody created on Brill Kids, and my son is behind me crunkling a piece of paper. So you're going to have to ignore that. I printed this one off Brill Kids. Open. Okay, good manners. Or not manners, good using your words. Here. Only has to open with one hand. Sorry about that. I had one little boy that used his words and asked me to open, which we're working on having him request things instead of just whining, and Mommy was taking too long trying to do it with one hand, so you'll have to ignore that. So like I was saying, I printed this one off YouTube. Somebody had created it. So to save myself some time, I printed that out. So we're reading this one. This one is called Goodnight Bear. It is a troll little science book, and I took the book and I typed it out in a more Doman friendly way, so we can learn about hibernation and all sorts of things about bears. And this is another troll book. This one's on weather, so we are gonna use that one. This is A Prayer for a Child. It was another book that I went through and typed out. This one was a book that I found online, and it was the perfect thing. I made some changes to it. The background was pink. The pictures, some of them are very large. I made them more printer friendly. Like this picture took up the whole page with a black background. I'm not interested in wasting ink like that. So especially with a pink full background for all the pages. So I edited it. And this book here is from Brill Kids. This is part of their curriculum. I thought I'd like to throw in something familiar for Z just to make sure that he could read it. So I hope this was helpful. This is just kind of what we're doing right now. With the books, I'm adding one book every day. We're reading them a few times a day, and on the 7th day, I am retiring a book. I need to make some more, but right now that's what's working for us. I'm not sure if that's the exact way I should be doing it, but that is how we're doing it now. The learning binders, we go through 2 times a day we pick a random binder. We're not picky. I can usually tell when he's learned the information because he just blurts out the answer. And then I like to mix up the pages too, so he doesn't, because sometimes he will start saying them in order. He's memorized the order, so I like to make sure I mix up the pages every couple of days to make sure he's learning the actual information and not just memorizing the order. So I hope this was helpful, and if you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. I know I haven't been that great with my YouTube videos lately. We're starting a new ABA program, and I have people in and out of the house, so it's a little bit trickier than it was before, but today we have a day off, so I thought I would make this video. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like, check out my blog at www.earlylearningmom.com.